Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Elijah back with another video.
Yes, I'm just a play date to you.
So today I'm doing a freshman advice video, and it has been requested by anyone. It's something that I personally wanted to do just to help people who are just now, they're about to get in high school and they don't know what to do. They're nervous, they're scared, they don't know what to expect. So maybe I'll be able to help them and be a little bit helpful to them, and hopefully my advice works for them, because it worked for me for what I did my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
So first things first, one rule I would say is to be yourself. That is the number one rule. Be yourself. Don't lose sight of who you are as a person just because you're in high school. Yes, you should be more mature. Don't be coming in school being childish, acting like you still in elementary school. But don't try and act as if you're an adult. It's preparing you for adulthood, but have a better mindset on stuff. So don't play fight with people. Don't run around the hallways. Don't do that, because that kind of sets a bad example for yourself, and it sets a bad example for the class of, I think it's 2024. Yeah, class of 2024. It'll set a bad example, because if majority of you guys are acting like you just got out of elementary school, then these upperclassmen are gonna look at you and be like, ugh, we hate the freshmen. To be honest, they don't really hate freshmen. They just hate that some of them have a very childish mentality. But in reality, they got one too. But also, second rule is, of course, be respectful. Be respectful in general to students and teachers, administration. Be respectful. Don't catch an attitude with a teacher because you may not have liked something that they said. If they catch an attitude with you, that's when you go to your mama. When you get home, you tell your mama what happened. Okay? Because more than likely, if you get back out of line with that teacher, they're going to call your mama and lie. That's how teachers, well, they're not going to lie. More than likely, they're going to call your parent because you're being disrespectful. And the best thing to do is, if a teacher does kind of rub you the wrong way or say something offensive, just, when class is over, pull them to the side and say, hey, what you said kind of offended me. Or that could have been a different approach to how you spoke to me. I wouldn't necessarily say to get disrespectful back, because getting disrespectful back gets you in a lot of trouble. You get suspended or get what we call retract, which is basically in-school detention, where you do all your classwork and sit in one classroom all day. You don't get to leave from that classroom unless you have to use the restroom. You eat lunch in that classroom. So that's not fun at all. I have not been in retract. Don't want to be in retract. Okay? That is not something for me, because I can't sit in one place all day. Now, some people in elementary school, they got used to it. I was used to it in elementary school, where we sat in one classroom all day, but we still had PE. And sometimes we had music class and art class. But regardless, you don't want to do that. That's not a position you want to be in. And then Some schools, they make you do cleanup duty as a punishment, where you have to clean up around the school, pick up some trash. And students shouldn't be leaving trash. But besides the point, the third thing will have to be, do not get yourself involved in drama. I'm big on this. Don't get yourself involved in drama. So if you see Sally talking about Jessica, don't get involved in that. Let Sally and Jessica talk about each other. Now, if it is bullying, you should, if Sally is your friend and Jessica is bullying Sally, you should tell an adult that you trust, or an administrator or a teacher, that your friend is getting bullied. Because being bullied is not good. Bullying is horrible, because it does a lot of emotional and sometimes physical damage to a person, and they're not open. Some people aren't open enough to tell somebody themselves, so sometimes you may have to get them that little push, or either just get involved, because there are teenagers who commit suicide due to being bullied. Fourth rule would have to be study. Because when you're a freshman in high school, that's the foundation of somewhat the foundation of how the rest of your years of high school are going to be. So if you keep a good if you keep your GPA between a 3.4 and higher, you should be fine. Keep it at that, because most colleges look at your GPA and they also look at test scores. Now, some students don't take their ACT until their junior year. That's how they do at some high schools. Like in my state, that's what they do. The juniors take their ACT their junior year. Sometimes it's their senior year, depends on if they missed out on that and came from a different state, or they just didn't take it for some reason. Also, take notes, pay attention. When a teacher is talking, and like they may have a PowerPoint presentation on notes, take notes. Please take notes. And if you are one of those people who needs to physically see things and read it, then it's better for you to write notes. If you take notes and you highlight keywords that'll help you remember something, like a definition or a key term or just anything in general, that'll help, because that helps me. I would like to highlight, like if it was a definition, I would highlight the word and then keywords that was in the definition that'll help me remember it without having to just remember the whole entire definition. Those keywords that were in there, it would click for me whenever I would have a test. And study at least 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week. Don't be one of those people who procrastinate and study for a test the day before or the morning of. Don't do it, because when you try and cram all that information in your brain, you get a headache, and you're more likely to forget it as soon as you get the test, because some people have test block, which means where they can have studied something all morning, but once they get the test in their face, it's like everything that they studied just disappears, it vanishes. So my best advice is to study the day before the test, the day before the test, like when you have spare class time where you're done with your work and class isn't over yet, study. And sometimes teachers, they really do pay attention to that, because when you're studying, it lets them know that you're actually paying attention and that you actually care. Now, my teachers, they have paid attention to that I study and that I take notes. And it shows, it goes to show, if you're actually putting in effort in your work and in your education, the grades will show. Like, you know, it is always great to get a 100 on a test, but I would say if you're one of those people who struggles to remember stuff and you study and sometimes you still get a few questions wrong, it's okay, because nobody's perfect. It's perfectly fine for you to do that. Like, as long as you actually tried, you did your best, as long as you do your best and you know you did your best, it should be fine. This wouldn't be the last one, but another thing, freshmen, please do not date a senior. Please do not. Young ladies, do not fall for these grown men's tricks, because these little boys will ruin you, okay? Don't be trying to rush into a relationship just because you're in high school. So what? You really shouldn't be thinking about dating until you get in college. When you're actually an adult and you're financially stable for yourself, then that's when you should worry about that. Right now, you're still a kid, you're still young, you're still going through changes in your body that you don't even know about. So stay away from seniors. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't date, but that's up to you and your parents, okay? It's up to you and your parents. But sometimes you just don't need to focus on someone else. You need to put your education first, put yourself first, before you think about even letting someone else into your life. And also, choose your friends wisely. Choose who you hang around wisely, because some people, you may think they are your friend, that they care about you, when in reality, they could care less. There are some people that will be friends with you just to use you, people that become friends with you and just talk about you behind your back. And one thing, just be mindful. People that you've known for a long time and have been your friends for a long time, more than likely they're there to stay. But a few teachers have told me the friends that you make in high school are the friends that you'll stay friends with for the rest of your life. I don't think it's true, but everybody's situation is different. You may lose a friend, like, you know, you may not be friends with that person who you were friends with from when you were in kindergarten. You just separate because things fall off, communication fell off, or they lost sight of your friendship because of popularity. That's one thing. If you do become popular where everybody loves you at school and they like you, don't lose sight of the people that really stuck around you. Because yeah, you may have popularity, but guess what? Those people probably don't care about you. More than likely, they probably don't. It is a very rare amount of people that will actually care about you. So, for my best ability, I would just say, go out on a limb and choose your friends wisely. Don't be so friendly to people, because when you're so friendly to people, sometimes they feel like they can easily take advantage of you and get away with it. It's okay to make friends. It's okay to be friends with people, but just watch your surroundings and just watch their personality. Like, if something's not right about that personality, that's a red flag. If they can talk about someone else to you and then get upset because you called them out saying that it's wrong to talk about that person, just because they don't like them doesn't mean that you have to talk about them, because they might not be talking about you. If they get upset about that, that's a red flag, because if they can talk about someone else, they could talk about you, or they could be talking about you. So it's better to stay away from it. And lastly, don't do drugs. Don't smoke weed. Don't pop pills. Please do not do it. Drugs are not good for your mind, okay? You are young. Your brain is still growing. It's not fully grown. And you're stunting the growth of your brain. You're damaging your brain cells. Do not do drugs, please. Do not. Okay, you guys, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will have my social medias in the description box below, and I hope that me and you can continue this journey of creating content, and I hope that you watch more content from me, and I love you guys. Bye.
Yes, I'm just a play date to you.